Okay, so hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to day one of our retreat. So I want to show you, I pre-made this jar and it has a lot to do with white. So that's going to represent our conscious mind. With this jar here, we're going to work on black, which is going to be the subconscious mind. Okay, so we're just clearing out our energy. We're going to jump straight into creating just to get us warmed up, just to get us ready, just to get us excited about this session, this experience, and this time in which we're going to have. So as you can see, I'm just going in with painting this jar. So I collect jars, like the pickle jars, the relish jars, and all those types of things. And I use the jars for my herbs. But there are times to where the tops get lost, and I'm just like, well, there's no point in keeping the jars. So I decided that I would actually turn the jars into cups, or just usable jars. But what I'm really going for here is cups, because I love to drink out of the jars. And you can see when I first started that I still had some of the paper up there. I didn't take time to scrape it all off, but it's okay. So we did our first coat. Now we're going to go in with our second coat. Because this is glass is a very shiny, like slippery surface. It's hard when you're working with acrylic paint, because acrylic paint can be a little thin, and so sometimes you're going to experience like trying to paint over the paint and the paint is actually coming up. So with this exercise, we're being very gentle. Okay, we're going to be very gentle. We have to be gentle when we are working with these materials. And it's also going to represent intentionally that we're going to be gentle with our mind. We're going to be gentle with our awareness and bringing forth the things in which that we are not aware of. And we're going to be okay, and we're going to take our time, and we're going to be patient with our process. And I think that's a beautiful way to start off any experience. Okay, so now I am going in with my glitter, with my sparkles. I decided to do things differently for the white jar and the black jar. I mean, you can do the same, or you can do whatever you want. But I wanted to keep making the black jar. I wanted to keep that simple. Okay. So, I mean, you can do whatever you want, whatever you choose. Please be free. Okay, so now that we have let that dry, we're going to go in with this Mod Podge. You can get Mod Podge from Walmart or any craft store like Hobby Lobby. So Mod Podge is used for a multitude of things, more so of a top coat, like a protectant, or sometimes even as a gloss. So I'm going to add this extra layer, this protectant layer, so that when we go in with our resin, because the resin is very thick, and it may pick up the paint, or it may pick up the sparkles. So what we're going to do is that we're going to coat this, put on a top coat, and then we're going to layer the resin. This also intentionally is going to represent protecting our subconscious mind. So this is going to have a lot to do with our spirit body, right? The white jar is going to represent our physical body. Okay, so we're going in, we're clearing things up. We are making them beautiful. We're getting ourselves prepared. And this is a reassurance. This is a confirmation that you are safe during this journey. You are safe to open up. You are in a safe place, a sacred space. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the epoxy resin we're going to be using. It comes with 2 bottles, the epoxy and then the hardener. I got this from Hobby Lobby, but you can get it as well from Walmart. So when we mix the ingredients, that's my little measuring cup there. And I knew I didn't need that much, so I just used that small cup. But it's very important that when we work with resin, that we have an equal amount that we mix with each other. Okay. It's going to, once it dries, it's going to harden and it's going to turn into a plastic. So it's like liquid plastic, liquid glass, and that is what is going to coat my cup here. So, it can go into the washer, you can wash it and all that type of stuff. I work a lot with resin. It's my favorite. It seals the deal for anything, and you can wash it. I have a toilet cover, the toilet seat and the toilet cover, you know how they're connected, so I painted them both and I sealed it with the resin, and it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful, and it lasts. The more in which you take time out to layer it, it becomes more solid. But we're just only going to apply 1 layer to this cup here. That's all we need. Okay, but the point of this is going to kind of like seal the deal, and it's going to make it usable, so that you can wash it and stuff, and you don't have to worry about the paint or it becoming destroyed. Okay, so now that I am finished with that, I'm just going to finish up here. I have resin this cup, but this one is going to need a second coat. So I'm going to take the opportunity to go ahead and do that, considering that I have resin left over and I had planned on doing a second top coat to this cup here. So what I used, I actually used fabric. I painted the background white, and I have a bag of fabric because I'm very creative. I work with a lot of different tools and materials, and I just simply, cut up some fabric and glued it on to that cup there. And that golden stripe, that is actually Speedball paint. Speedball paint is a paint in which that is for fabrics. Well, it's not limited to fabrics, but a lot of people use the Speedball ink to print shirts, make shirts, and all that type of stuff. Alright, so I'm just going to finish up with this second coat. Okay, so since I have some resin left, I am going to go in and pick up on a project. This is actually my soap dish. So in my bathroom, I did the toilet seat, the toilet cover, and I created a little piece to go on top of the toilet. There is a table that I have painted over the hand soap holder and this soap holder. Okay, now I didn't get to resin the soap holder, so I took the opportunity to catch up on an old project. Alright, and this is how we're going to dry things. You're going to need some type of rack and of course newspaper under it. And if you want it to be higher, you can make it higher. So now I'm going to go in and show you how to clean your brush after using the resin. If you use resin, I know that you are really going to appreciate this. I have messed up so many brushes. Alright, so you saw the solution that I was using, that I poured into that cup right there. That is just regular nail polish remover, and I got that from the Dollar Tree. I'm so happy, proud of this trick. You have no idea. I have wasted brushes, so many brushes, and they have epoxy remover, but I just never took the opportunity to get it, and one day it was very important that I figure out how to preserve my brush. So I started doing some research. I started to do research on the epoxy and the materials, like what's used in it and what can diffuse it, like the chemicals and all that type of stuff. And this is what I found. So what will actually be better? It'll probably be acetone. Okay, but I don't have any acetone either. I just, but acetone and nail polish are very similar. Okay, so I'm going in and I'm rinsing that off in hot water. I'm going to go in for the second time, and this time I'm actually going to use this soak off. It's a nail solution that you use to soak your nails off. This works really good too. But eventually, I'm going to be a good girl and I'm just going to go ahead and get the acetone. And that is the cup that I use all the time to put the nail polish remover in. Okay, so look at that brush. And that's very important because don't use a bowl that you eat out of when it comes to the nail polish remover or the acetone. All right, because even if you wash it, it still doesn't matter. You can be poisoned. So just remember that. All right, so that's going to wrap up our introductory session for today. I look forward to seeing you again. But until that time, thank you.